Hey, brothers and sisters, what's up? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again, and we're going to talk about this Isaiah 3 BAW Operation Destruction of Afro Boys, Community, and Men. You know, and this is all a part of the system which they bought into as a collective. This is why we say it's time for you to save yourself, black men. Save your sons as well, black men. All right. When you stop referring to yourself as black men and start identifying as aboriginal, indigenous, or something other than uh, color in a box of crayons, then I will know that you are starting to finally get it. All right, so in this, we have to look at our history as Afro men and then determine who we are and then go by that. But we start this at the family level. What is the family level? The family level is exactly this. It is the man and those women that decide to submit to that man and create a family unit. That means children with that man. If you are a boss bee or any kind of I don't need no man or a feminist, then as far as good for the so-called Afro community, we can say that's trash because you're not a part of the solution. You are part of the persecutors who have persecuted the Afro community. And not much truth is in you. All right. And so as we talk about this onslaught from the black woman who has been the most effective tool against the Afro man, community, and children since the Klan. And I don't say that lightly. Statistically, when you look at the damage that has been done to us by them since the 60s for decades, and now this stuff is starting to backfire. They're starting to be held accountable by brothers, and brothers ain't having it no more. All right, now they want to apologize, but without repentance. They want us to forgive them for all the destruction that they have caused to the community, all the lies they have told on the good Afro men all them years, by equating us with the minority of men coming out of jail that they purposely chose to open their legs up to. And now they want to complain about the problems and why they are alone. You see, because even if every one of those men wanted to take care of one of the children that they made from one of the women that they had, they can't possibly take care of all of them women that they put children in. Because it's just too damn many. 23, 24, 31 women, children from 14, 15, 16, 21 different women. Nope, you can't beat that. So now you got Isaiah 3 in operation. So let's break that down. First, let me greet everybody. Hovorten hardu gudag all oi to the bang vasas los. Bonjour mes mi kedo bawani konnichiwa. Ni hanyama sani bonani jumbo herbarigani. Assalamu alaikum and shalom. Kamustaka, kamusta porcayo, talafa lava soy fua. All right. Also, let me remind you, let's get those thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, click the notification bell. All right. My PayPal, me, and my Cash App will be in the description box. And while I say that to the BAWs that come scanting in, why you got PayPal? Why you got Cash App? Why you got a Cash App on your TikTok? See, people donate to me, and every cent that I made on YouTube and whatever other place, but through these donation links, see, this all went back into the community to the point where we got brothers helping out. We even got a sister in particular that's done such great things with us. All right. And so, that's why I look out for that particular sister. And speaking of which, we'll get into that in a minute because I got something for you, Bertha. All right. So let's break this down. Hey, just a little heads up to Bertha. Just a little heads up. This is, look for this in your mail. I'm gonna see if I can get one of the brothers to send it to you. All right. But anyway, I told you I ain't gonna forget you, cause you this is y'all got to remember, this woman supported this channel, especially when it was first taken down, and kept things up. So this is my appreciation, Bertha. So now let's get into the rest of the stuff. All right. As we start to break down Isaiah, and then we're going to get into Ezekiel, and I'm going to show you just the disastrous, just really wicked thing that we've had to deal with. Now that we got the pleasantries out of the way, all right, let's start with Isaiah. Go read the whole chapter of Isaiah and look at what's happening to the black woman in the United States right now. All right, it says, "Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hand shall be given him." Isaiah 3:12. "As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the ways of thy path." Right? And that is because the women and these jackleg preachers, preacher pork chops, that's been leading these women, the ones that's like, okay, yeah, we've been stealing all your money through tithes, and people like me have been teaching that you're not supposed to tithe, and you can't tithe. It's impossible to tithe because there's no Levites to collect it, and it's animal, fruit, seed, or flock. All right, period. But no, y'all listen to preachers who's now trying to come clean. Maybe they know something is coming. Judgment is coming. Judgment is definitely here for the women. And the children are being judged too, because these women chose to have these children by a bunch of thugs and dregs of the community. And then many of the so-called men are so soft in their mind that they have chosen to be led by these women. Right? And now dudes are afraid to have children because the children actually oppress the fathers. And who's leading the children in oppressing the fathers and destroying the community? Yes, it's the black woman. And she has been given power by the wickedness of this world, which is the government. And they gave her power to do this destruction. And she went on with a full head of steam, right? And so that's why it says this. Isaiah 3:16. "Moreover, the Lord saith," and in this case, Jehovah saith. All right. So, "because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks, wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tingling with their feet. Therefore, Yahweh shall smite thee with the scab, the crown of thy head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh will discover their secret parts." I want y'all to understand what's going on here. Everybody has had enough of these BAW. And now they're trying to say, oh, we're sorry. No, I'm sorry, don't get it. This kind of destruction, you marched for the right to murder babies in the womb. Alongside white women, which this was their thing. And not every white woman, just the ones that didn't like black people, just the ones that were down for eugenics, and just the one that wanted the control over life and death. But they wanted that control to be legal because it's morally wrong. And they wanted to hide behind laws of men because they know the morals of the spirit was against this practice. And now everybody's being bent out of shape. And you have a lot of sucker dudes that's going in with this. It's a travesty, to say the least. All right. So this is something that people realized in the 80s and 70s. All right. That black women chose to go against the Afro man and his community. They chose these fights. And now they chose vanity and be all up on this, trying to chase after thirsty dudes. Because this is what's getting them paid. Their body is getting them paid by a bunch of thirsty dudes. But them thirsty dudes aren't protecting them. But listen to how woke they were in the 70s.
Now, what happened, white women came out and captured our women and convinced us that white women were not as racist as white men, and convinced us, or convinced our women, that they would place them above their husbands, their brothers, their lovers, their children, their sons, and we say, then the white gays came out and convinced our gays it was a gay struggle and stole our gays, you know, okay? White students came out and grabbed our black students, said it was a student struggle, and wiped out our black students. And all of a sudden, we have to wonder, where's the fight? You know, it's not a fight. So now they're coming up with books such as, book is The Declining Significance of Race.
All right. They was calling this BS out. Gladys Knight had a song telling black women to not give up her man for the welfare. A lot of these people that's now Democrats saw this trap that the Democrat government, LBJ, laid for them. They were warning black women, don't do this, that it was going to destroy the community. Many Afro leaders saw the trap and tried to warn black women to stay away from it. But they also promised them that they would be able to make money off of their vanity, that they could be 304s and thoughts, and don't worry about it, because the thug thizzle for shizzle my nizzles will take care of them. That the thirsty dudes, they will always be able to perpetually make money off of them, no matter how wore out them and they coochie got. That's what the white women convinced them of. And here's the thing. When they were saying, where's the fight? The black woman didn't have no fight. Because the Afro man and the black women at the time were taking care of each other. There was no fight. But no, they betrayed the Afro man, became treasonous, and jumped on the bandwagon to help the white woman fight her man. And in doing that, the white woman told the black woman, you can be in charge of your man. But they knew the whole time that there was no way in hell that white women were going to be in charge of their man. But both groups of women decided that they were going to oppress their man and use the children to do that. Children are your oppressors, and women rule over them. They which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the ways of thy path. Who's ruling over the man? It's the children, because the woman has set those children up, brainwashed them into helping her take that man to court in order to destroy him financially, spiritually, and physically. Yeah, put his behind in jail. If he don't pay child support, he go to jail. If she can't afford the child, she get more money. In every way, this system was designed to persecute the Afro man with the help of the black woman as a willing and able, happy person getting to destroy the Afro man. For what reason? None. They had to contrive a lie and then brainwash their own selves to believe it. But then when you listen to these brothers are telling you what's real. And what's real was there was no fight. So now you have in the black household, black women that's been saying for the past 50, 60 years, three, 4, 5 decades, I don't need no man. The girl don't want a man, and the son don't want to be a man. And everybody now chase after this because they put these thirst traps in there, and these thirst traps don't even like Afro men. They make money off of their skin tone. A lot of money. Then they turn around and give it to the white man. so that their daughters can never have the beauty and skin tone that they had. Why? Because even though they make money off of it, they're not happy with it. But that vanity is something else. They'll work with it. And then we got this BS right here. We got this BS right here. This BS. I want y'all to hear it. Y'all might think these are women right here, not according to these creeps.
Professor Bridges, you said several times, you've used a phrase, I want to make sure I understand what you mean by it. You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people.
Remember, this is a professor in somebody's university that's teaching this bull crap, and this is how treasonous. This is y'all's representative, black women, if any of y'all dare to watch this.
Capable of pregnancy.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue.
We can recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive, Senator Hawley.
Oh, so your view is that the core of this right then is about what?
So I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic.
And now they attack them with words that they themselves, well, they didn't make them up, because she's a black woman and she's not a leader of nothing. She just follows what the white women did, and the white women and the LGBT men made these words up, and she's just spouting them out her own mouth. Pay attention to this, people.
And it opens up trans people to violence.
I'm denying that trans people exist by asking you if you're talking about women having pregnancies.
Do you believe that men can get pregnant?
No, I don't think women can get
So
pregnant.
you're denying that trans people exist?
And that leads to violence? Is this how you run your classroom? Are students allowed to question you?
Absolutely.
Or are they also treated like this? Where
No,
they're told that they're opening up people to violence?
We have a good time in my class. You should join.
Oh, I bet.
You might learn a lot.
Wow, I would learn a lot. I've learned a lot just in this exchange.
Absolutely.
Extraordinary.
And she even looks crazy. I'm sorry, y'all. But this is what everyone is dealing with. All right, now, let's get into this. So Ezekiel. All right, and this is the 13th chapter of Ezekiel. And the word of Yahweh came to me saying, Son of man, and this is why I put this up here. It is the duty of the Son of Man. That would be any Afro brother. So we know that the Afro brothers are definitely the sons of men, all the way down our lineage. We did not come from the Nephilim or the fallen. All right. So we came from the seed of man, meaning the original man. Prophesy against the prophets of Israel. All right. These false prophets who prophesy and say to these who prophesy out of their own hearts, hear the word of Jehovah, or Ahijah. Right? Now, let me explain what's going on. These are the people that's telling the women that there's a good word for them, that they don't have to repent because their feelings are important. And in their feelings, understand this, in their feelings, right, that they should be looking for good vibes, right? The problem isn't them doing wickedness. The problem is everyone else around them bringing them bad vibes. All right, and all these tarot readers, right? 13:3. Thus said Master Yahweh, woe to the foolish prophets who are following their own spirit without having had a vision. O Israel, your prophets have been like foxes among ruins. All right, so this goes out to all the preachers. This goes out to all the dudes carrying the black woman's water and not holding them accountable because they don't know what a prophet is. The one thing that a prophet does, and the primary function of the prophets or the nabis, is to hold women accountable. Hold the men accountable when they're going against the word. Hold the prophets accountable. Hold the preachers accountable. And hold the government accountable. If no one repents, then they have not held themselves accountable. Repent is to make well, to correct a wrong. And some of the women, they are just to be punished. Because I don't know how you bring back all those lives they aborted. I don't know how you deal with it when the Most High watch you march in order to kill children in your womb. All right? Ezekiel 13:7. Have you not seen a false vision? And have you not spoken a divine divination of lies? You say, Yahweh declares, when I have not spoken. And see, the Most High speaks, and the prophets are going to line up with his commandments. And he will tell you what you're doing right or wrong, but it's going to line up with the Most High's commandments. Therefore, thus says Master Yahweh, because you have spoken falsehood and seen lies, therefore, see, I am against you, declare the Master Yahweh. And this is what he means by this. There's a lot of dudes that came against men that was trying to hold the black woman accountable, saying that the black men was at fault in general. There are black men who are at fault, but then they never held the black woman accountable. But one of the things we're supposed to do is hold them accountable first. All right? They allow the so-called black woman to sin against the good black men by lying on them, by using the system against them, by corrupting their children using the system, by murdering their children. They supported all that. All y'all on the bandwagon, all y'all dudes on the bandwagon of the black woman, judgment is coming for you, and it's going to be worse than a black woman, because not only did you betray the good, not only did you help the black woman lie on the good, but you decided to follow some coochie instead of stand like a man and call into account the wickedness that these women were doing. Ezekiel 3:19. My hand shall be against the prophets who see falsehoods, who divine lies. They shall not be in the council of my people, nor written in the record of the house of Israel. And they shall not enter into the land of Israel. And you shall know that I am Master Yahweh. Because they have led my people astray, saying peace, when there is no peace. Oh, he's breaking it down. Peace when there is no peace. When one is building a wall, they say coat it with whitewash. Yes, y'all, whitewash. You see, the truth is not in many of these dudes. The prophets of Israel who are prophesying concerning Jerusalem and who are seeing vision of peace for her when there is no peace, declare Master Yahweh. And you, son of man, set your face against the daughters of your people. So we are supposed to be against the black woman. The black woman that's doing wickedness, we're supposed to be against them. Our face is supposed to go against them, who are prophesying out of their own hearts and prophesy against them. So we are supposed to be in spiritual battle against the black woman because they have been unrighteous and they have become treasonous and traitors to the good Afro men and to the family of the brethren. All right. And you shall say, this is what Master Yahweh said. Woe to the woman sewing cushions for the joints of the hand, and to those making veils for the head of the people of every size, to hunt beings, right? You hunt the being of my people while you keep alive your own beings. Uh-oh. 13:19. And you have profaned me among my people for the hands of barley, for pieces of bread. that's that subpar housing and food stamps, to put to death beings that shall not die. They killed babies that were not supposed to die, and to keep alive beings who shall not live by your lying to my people who listen to lies. They kept alive the wicked who shall not live, and they put to death the innocent, even in their belly. And they took up the smoking, they took up everything of the Caucasians who were our oppressors. And they did this for some barley. Food stamps, y'all. Black women did this for food stamps. Therefore, thus says Master Yahweh, see, I am against your cushions by which you hunt the beings that are like birds, and I shall tear them from your arms, and shall let the beings go. The beings you hunt like birds. You know, these women that's coming after, that's chasing the bag, y'all. They're hunting the men with the bag, trying to set them up. That's why whatchamacallit needed hot sauce. Okay, this is going to be the hot sauce generation of men. And I shall tear off your veils, shall deliver my people out of your hand. And that's what's happening now. The brothers are waking up, and the veil is gone, so we see the real face of the black woman. And as we see the real face of the black woman, and this ain't it, without makeup, without the veil, dudes are now running for the hills. All right? And the Most High is delivering a lot of brothers from the black woman. And they shall no longer be as prey in your hands. And you shall know that I am Yahweh, Ahiah. I'm saying all three names because there is there is a discrepancy, not a discrepancy, but we got to learn these things, right? All right, because with falsehood you have made the heart of the righteous sad. We talk about the depression amongst the Afro men who did nothing but want to raise their children, do right. And these women oppressed these men, destroyed them by ruining their families through the family court system, right? All right, who I have not made sad. So the Most High didn't make them sad, because when we have children, we're happy to be able to raise our seed. But no, black women robbed us of that and gave it to the system, right? So the Most High didn't make us sad. Black women did. All right, and they none that could fix that but them repenting, but they refused, they doubled down. And you have strengthened the hands of the wrong. So they strengthened the hands of our oppressors, so that he does not turn from his evil way, to keep him alive. Therefore, you shall no longer see false visions, nor practice divination, and I shall deliver my people out of your hand, and you shall know that I am Yahweh. Brothers, this is why in this day we say to the BAW, welcome to the wall, and let them know that, yep, this is a no de-policing zone. We don't care how good you think you look, how fine you think you are. The juice just isn't worth the squeeze. With that said, I'm out.